So today I'm going to be showing you how to keep the texture when you're editing the face in your photos, and we're going to be doing this by using frequency separation. So make sure you stay tuned. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use frequency separation so you can smooth out the face and get rid of some of these lines, and it'll allow you to keep the texture in your photos. Alright, so let's get started. So what you want to do is go ahead and make 2 background copies. And so you're going to name each of these copies. You're going to name the top one high frequency texture. And then you're going to name the second one low frequency blur. Alright, so now that you've gone ahead and named those, we're going to go ahead and start. So go ahead and turn that off. And what this will allow you to do is be able to see the changes that you're about to make. So select the low frequency blur tab, hit filter, go down to blur, and go to Gaussian Blur. So we're basically going to adjust this just to cover the pores on the face. That's good enough. Hit OK, turn this back on, and now we go to the high frequency texture tab. Now that you selected this, go up to your image, and we're going to apply image. So what you basically want to do is make sure your layer is selected to the low frequency blur. And you want to make sure your blending is subtract and your scale is 2 and offset 128. So you're going to hit OK. And we're going to change our blend mode to linear light. Alright, so now that's on linear light, we can select the low frequency blur tab. Alright, so then go over and select your lasso tool. And so what we're basically going to do is just make a circle around the forehead. This is where the action is going to be placed. You want to make sure that you kind of keep the hairs out of the circle. There we go. And then after you selected that, you want to go up to the refine edge button. And what this basically does is allow you to see the feathering, because we're going to go ahead and have this feathered. So we just boost the feathering up until you get a blur just about this. This is good. And so you remember this number, because what we're going to do is we're going to put this number in the feathering field. So hit cancel. And after that, you go over here to the feathering tool tab and you put the number that we just saw in the refine edge section. Alright. Alright, so now that we've have our feathering number in there, we go back over this. Same thing, go circle over the forehead, try not to get any hairs in there. Alright, so now we're going to apply the action. So we're going to go filter, go down to blur, then Gaussian blur, and then you're going to adjust this until you start to see the skin kind of even out a little bit over the forehead. That's good enough right there. So hit OK and deselect it. And now we're going to go over the cheek, and then again try not to get any hairs and try not to go over like the nose. So then, since you already have the action saved from your last action, you just hit Command F, and this will basically copy exactly what you just did. So go over the other cheek, Command F again, and then now we're going to go over the chin area. Now Command F again. Command F again, deselect that. Alright, so now that you've applied the action on her face, neck, and chest area, you can go to high frequency texture tab. And then you're gonna want to select your stamp tool. And what this is going to do is basically copy the texture from the face and the action that you just did. And we're basically going to just clean up some of these areas. So you just use your judgment on how you want to do this. And when you're doing this, you kind of want to be careful because sometimes you might go over the nose and you'll have a line where you don't want it, like you'll have a nose on her cheek or something like that. So you want to kind of be careful. So anyway, she's clicking all this away. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, so that's how you do frequency separation. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And if there is something that you want to see, maybe you don't know how to do it, write it down in the comments and maybe I'll make a video about it. Alright, thank you for watching.